are now, after this beautiful speech about witty birds, Helen, with the same pathway, second speech. Anything you want to tell about any style, but this time from presentation mastery. And the title of her speech is The Adventure. Let's hear The Adventure by Helen. Who last time told us a wonderful, unforgettable icebreaker.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster and guests, come with me on an adventure. We are wandering along and we approach this enormous door, and on it is written Pathways. To open this door, you must answer some questions, and the answers that you give will determine which key you are given to receive your ultimate adventure. Your key fits this door, and once inside, we all take the same step together. These are the words of the introduction that I gave to our club in the role of base camp manager as we stepped into our Pathways journey. Our club is very diverse. We have members from 18 into their late 70s. We have members in our club who have been in this club for 30, 40 and 50 years. And we also had guests on that night who are now signed up, registered Pathways members of our club. Our club is also a regular United Nations with members from at least 5 different cultures, and some of them with English as their second language. What I wanted to achieve with that speech was to get this diverse group as excited about Pathways as I was myself. But I wanted everyone to feel that to be a member of our club was much more important than the need to move on to Pathways. I went on to explain that in the first step of Pathways, we all do the same projects. This is like we've opened the door, we've walked into the cave, it's dark and scary, we're all holding hands so we can all do it together. And then when we get a little bit braver, we open the next door with our key. Here we do some of the projects together, we're all the same, doing the same projects, but a few start to adventure out. And soon we are opening the door to level 3. Now this is where the adventure begins. This is where it's exciting. You have one task that you must do, but then you go off into the cave and find all the jewels and treasures of the electives. And level 4 and 5 follow the same theme. This was our first meeting after our Pathways launch, because in Australia, a Pathways launched on the 5th of December. Our club went into their summer recess on the 4th of December and didn't start again till the middle of January. So this was our first meeting. At this meeting, I was trying to get them excited because at the next meeting, we were going to have a speakathon. By the next meeting, we had 16 of our 28 members registered with Pathways, and 8 by the end of the second meeting had given their icebreaker speeches. Now, yesterday, our first member opened the door to level 2. We are off and rolling. Of the remaining 12 members, 2 of them, because of health restrictions, well, they won't be joining us on this adventure. They come to our club for the social atmosphere and because they've been long-term members. 3 have no immediate interest in joining Pathways, but they are our mature members. And we need their guidance and their knowledge of life and of Toastmasters. Pathways isn't all of Toastmasters. And between those 3 members, we have almost 100 years of Toastmasters experience. We want them very much involved in our class. The remaining 7 members either want to complete manuals that they're already working on or haven't, because of work commitments, haven't returned to our meetings for this year. But I'm confident that by the end of the year, we'll have those 7 members up there with us, and maybe 1 or 2 of those ones who said, no, I don't think so. When I then took them through some slides, tempting them into base camp and showing it wasn't so scary if you've got a little torch to show you around. My journey to get to that point where I could lead them gently into Pathways had a few potholes, but by joining an online forum and this Toastmasters group, I managed to realise that those potholes weren't barricades that were going to stop me, but they were learning opportunities. One day I got to a page and no matter what I clicked, I just went round and round in the same circle until I got frustrated and ticked that little cross up in the corner. And amazing, the page I was looking for was hiding behind the first page. I wasn't lost after all. Another day, I logged in. All my tiles were missing in Basecamp. What am I going to do? I asked a question on the forum. And this lovely man from over in Canada, the other side of the world, said, Helen, I can help you. And so he logged into my computer and my little mouse was zipping all over the screen and suddenly my computer was fixed. It wasn't Pathways that was the problem, it was my computer. I love adventure and I am enjoying exploring Pathways with my club members and luring new Toastmasters into the cave full of mysteries. Madam Toastmaster.
Wow.